All right, my friends, for this Thursday first meal, I'm actually at my work desk, so please forgive the poor lighting, but I have four of the happy eggs that I went ahead and just did slightly over easy. It's of course salted. Then I have just one tomato that I have. It's a Roma tomato from the farmer's market. Of course, it is salted as well. And then I have here two hot dogs that I simply just air fried, have a little bit of clean ingredient mustard on it. And off to the side here, I have a small English cucumber that I also purchased from the farmer's market. I have that salted as well. So this is pretty much going to do me for this Thursday first meal. I'm going to go ahead and graze on this a little bit throughout my work time over here. But this is definitely going to be interesting how much of this I'll be able to take in, as my first meal has definitely not been too large. I've been trying to kind of go easy, especially with the incorporation of the veg now. I'm trying to kind of avoid any of the previous symptoms that I had when it came to any possible veg that started irritating me. But I'm going to go ahead and dive in and get back to work, and I will see you all come dinner time. All right, my friends, for this Thursday night's dinner, I'm going in with some baked or roasted asparagus. All I simply did was simply just cut off the ends, sprayed it with some avocado oil, put it on a sheet of parchment on a baking sheet, salted it, and allowed it to bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit on convection bake. And it took about 10 to 12 minutes for that. And here I have some sliced up New York strip steak that I just tossed around with some Worcestershire sauce, as well as some butter and some salt to simply just saute it up. And I do have a cheesy topping. This cheesy topping is cheddar cheese, sauteed onion, as well as sauteed mushroom. I do have some garlic powder in it and just a little bit of salt. And I did use some heavy whipping cream, as well as a little bit of beef stock to loosen it out a little bit. But that is pretty much what consisted of that cheesy topping. But this is what I'm going to go in with for this Thursday night. All right, my friends, it is Friday and I am out of work. So I'm going in with my first meal. It is about 1:30-ish. So definitely got a little bit of a fast in. Seems like that is the norm lately. Just naturally happening. I'm not doing it intentionally. So what I have here is 3 hot dogs. These are the ones that I purchased from Aldi. They are the Simply Nature. So as you can see, the ingredients are listed there. So this is pretty clean for me, as well as my Keto fam. So we definitely incorporate this brand. And I have scrambled in 4 of the Happy Egg Company eggs. This is the one that I showed you all. I usually purchase these heirloom eggs that I showed you all before, the blue heirloom eggs from Costco, but I have not been able to do a Costco run, so I just use those. I purchase them at Sprouts whenever I can catch a sale. And I just mixed in 2 cheddar cheese slices and of course just salted it. And this is what I'm going to go in with for my first meal for this Friday. All right, my friends, it is Friday night. I'm going to go ahead and make this really quick. The presentation is not the very best because I kind of threw this together because we have our live shortly with Chris Cooking Nashville. Super excited for it. At the bottom, I just have a little bit of the salad mix, and it's just the greens at the bottom there. I have some leftover, which is also very much appreciated, to be able to have some leftover steak, which it rarely happens, but when it does, truly a blessing. So I have some of the New York strip steak, and I do have some of the leftover sauce that I made. It is that cheesy sauce that I let you all know about. But I'm going to go ahead and dive into this. That way I can have a little bit of family time before the Friday Night Live. But this is going to wrap me up for this Friday. All right, my friends, it is Saturday morning and I'm getting some prepping done that I wanted to show you all for Easter dinner. So I have here a butterflied boneless leg of lamb that I purchased from Costco. So because it is a butterflied boneless leg of lamb, as you can see, they already have it in this netting.
So I actually purchased this a few months back when they had a really good sale. So I was able to pick this up for about like $5 and change per pound. So this is a 6.11 pound boneless leg of lamb piece over here. I just simply seasoned it with some salt. I did use this blend that I purchased from Sprouts. I usually like to use single ingredient seasonings, but I do like their blend by the brand The Spice Hunter. It is salt free, so you're able to use your salt of choice. But as you can see, it still gives you the benefit of being single ingredient because it has just your basil, rosemary, marjoram, sage, thyme, as well as oregano. So there's no additional additives that you have to be weary of. And then I just added some garlic powder as well. So I have this on a sheet pan on a sheet of parchment paper. I'm going to go ahead and bake this with the fat side up as you see for 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. I'm going to rotate the pan in the oven. Then I'm going to reduce the temperature down to 375 degrees Fahrenheit until the thermometer, I'm going to put a meat probe thermometer in it, until the thickest part of this meat reads 130 degrees Fahrenheit at the thickest part. And that is when I will take it out and allow it to rest. And we will have it come our dinner for Easter Sunday come tomorrow. So this is kind of a way that I can get a lot of stuff out the way. That way I'm not spending too much time in the kitchen and can definitely enjoy some family time. What I also did was I did prep some egg salad. So for my eggs, I like to go in at a 5-minute mark. So for anyone that knows, you can use an Instant Pot or you can use a Ninja Foodie pot to pressure cook your eggs for easy peel. When I use white eggs, I like to go in with the 4-4-4 method, which is simply you're going to seal pressure cook them for 4 minutes. So release them for 4 minutes, as well as ice bath them for 4 minutes. Same concept if you're doing the 5-5-5 method. It is the same concept. For brown eggs, I like to go in with the 5 method. For whites, I like to go with the 4. It just is something that I've noticed that works for me. But for the mayonnaise, I did make some butter mayo. So that is what you're going to see here. And I just added some salt is all I did. And it came out really delicious. That our 7-year-old, he has been definitely scooping and picking at it. So that's why you see that spoon over here, because he's definitely been enjoying it. So we'll see how much of it is left to be able to enjoy for Sunday night's dinner. But I'm going to go ahead and get that lamb into the oven. And I'm going to go ahead and fix my first meal for this Saturday to be able to show you all. All right, my friends, for this Saturday first meal, wanted to do something really simple because as I showed you all, I am doing some Easter meal prepping. That way I have only that much less work to do as far as cook time in the kitchen. So I just have a little bit of a salad mix, just the greens at the bottom here. I have the last little bit of the ground lamb that I'm using up, and I did sneak a dollop of the egg salad over here. That is going to be part of tomorrow's Easter meal. And also I was watching the Food Channel, kind of had it running in the background, and I saw them make a really amazing Greek salad. So I figured part of our meal for tomorrow, I did whip up a Greek salad. I did have plenty of English cucumbers that I had to use up from the farmer's market, as well as these variety tomato medleys that I purchased also from the farmer's market. I did add a little small amount of some red onion. It does have a little bit of avocado oil, as well as some salt and just some crumbled feta up on top. And I did do a whole lemon to get some lemon juice added for some acidity, and as well as a little bit of white vinegar also to kind of kick off the acidity. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that, put it in the fridge. That way we'll have it for tomorrow's meal that you guys will see all plated up come tomorrow.
Et on le suit.